Hello and welcome to the Advertiser's Guide to the Galaxy with me, Karthik Srinivasan. I'm a communications consultant and I'm here to take you through the universe of marketing communications. We think about an idea behind the ad, the kind of message being communicated, how it is being communicated, and more importantly, why. In this episode, I am going to explore and explain why Colgate's new campaign for the Visible White toothpaste variant is an example of tokenism. Back in 2019, Colgate India launched the Smile Karo or Shuru Ho Jao campaign. I recall referring to it in another context. Even back then, I remember making a point about Colgate's use of Anand Arnold, a wheelchair bodybuilder, and Mr. Olympia 2018. His addition in the ad was very unusual for a toothpaste brand, but it did not include any context for why he was the face of a toothpaste brand. There was some background on what happened to him and why he was confined to the wheelchair, but they do not logically or meaningfully lead to the use of a particular toothpaste. But the reason it stood out was because of a toothpaste brand having always shown conventionally good looking, conventionally photogenic, conventionally advertising approved people and models, showcasing someone who was seemingly the opposite of all things conventional. It almost seemed like Colgate was using one of the most famous aphorisms in journalism: man bites dog. That is, a dog biting a man is not news, but a man biting a dog is. In journalism and news, it means how an unusual, infrequent event is more likely to be reported. But in advertising, the equivalent would seem like this: the unusual grabs attention, the usual doesn't. Consider Colgate's brand ambassador for the Visible White variant in the late 2020s, early 2021 period. It was Kiara Advani. She is a conventional picture-perfect model as far as advertising goes. Colgate Visible White's second brand ambassador in mid-2021? Sara Ali Khan, another conventionally picture-perfect model. Kiara and Sara look conventionally great in ads for a toothpaste brand, but they are the journalism equivalent of dog bites man. So it looks like Colgate went for the man bites dog equivalent when it comes to the choice of brand ambassadors in 2022. Now, who are these brand ambassadors? Number one, Dolly Singh, the Instagram influencer turned actor who has teeth that are not conventionally in order. Prarthana Jagan, a 24-year-old model with vitiligo, a long-term condition where pale white patches develop on the skin. Toshada Uma, a model diagnosed with a condition causing severe hair loss called alopecia. The ads are unusual and grab attention instantly for reasons beyond the conventional expectations of a toothpaste ad's brand ambassador. Very similar to the use of Anand Arnold that I referred to earlier, the strategy seems similar. In journalism parlance, man bites dog. In other words, go against the grain. The question to then ask is this: is a choice of brand ambassador adding to the product story or not? Consider the ad featuring Dolly Singh. Her pitch is, people ask me, why don't you get your teeth fixed? And I'm just like, why do I fix beautiful? Or take the one featuring Prarthana Jagan. She says, the first thing that people notice about me is definitely not my vitiligo. It's my beautiful smile. Then the third one, featuring Toshada Uma. She says, when people see me, they don't just see a girl with alopecia. They see the girl with a beautiful smile. So far, so good, since the first task of any marketing communication is to get the attention of the audience. But let's persist and peel the layers. The Colgate ads make one point very well: that we need not be confined by how others view us through our problems, and that we need not be defined by conventional definitions of beauty, that we can actually rise above them. So, if we were to extend that logic, then why should we be confined to only white teeth as the yardstick for oral beauty or oral health? Did you also think, like me, that white teeth are healthy and non white teeth are not? Google "are white teeth healthy?" and you are in for a massive shock. White teeth are not an indicator of healthy teeth. They may be attractive to look at, but that's just because we are conditioned by toothpaste brands that shiny white teeth are the model of good teeth. Just like how cosmetic brands have conditioned us to believe that flawless skin is beautiful and flowing hair is beautiful. Ironically, toothpaste brands have never shown teeth that do not look uniform, like the way Dolly Singh confidently shows hers. But when it suited them, Colgate turns the table for the first time. This is, of course, a welcome change, but in the larger context of the brand making a point on other forms of beauty standards, their own insistence on white teeth jars. This is understandable within the context of marketing, though. A toothpaste brand that has a teeth whitening product has to sell white teeth. That it comes at the cost of deriding other forms of beauty standards while upholding the standard of white teeth, even in the face of available material that white teeth are not to be confused with healthy teeth or even attractive teeth, is where the logic fails Colgate. That is, one set of beauty standards where Colgate does not have a play is worth breaking, but another set of standards where Colgate does have a significant play is not. And that's where this Colgate campaign fails the smell test, in my opinion. It forces a point without considering the larger context and ends up merely seeming like using those three people in what could be called tokenism. That's all for today. We'll be back next week with another piece of marketing communication and another round of insights. If you want to reach out to me, I am at Beast of Troll across Instagram and Twitter, and Karthik Srinivasan on LinkedIn. I also happen to have a blog by the same name. If you like the show, you can check out other interesting shows on IVM Network and reach out to them at IVM Podcasts across Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Do share this episode with your folks. Thank you for listening.